Give me a minute.
That's right. Enjoy me audibly. I can't stand getting my hair cut. I've said it many times in my videos. I just don't like it. I'm telling you, if that trumpet doesn't blow, I'm gonna let it grow. You're gonna turn my channel on, you're gonna click on a video, and you're gonna see this. Ha ha! Here come old flat topper, he come, rolling up slowly. He got Marty's eyeballs. All right, enough of this. You know what else I hate? Let me tell you what else I hate other than getting my hair cut. I hate this. It's a curse. It's a lousy curse, people. I'm telling you, oh, it makes my blood boil. Now you got people wanting to look. You gotta go and you gotta watch my video called "The Curse of DST." I'll leave a link. I did a prophecy alert not too long ago. Where they talk about trying to make it all year long. I'll leave a link for that one too. Oh my goodness! And you know what? Let me tell you what. It's no coincidence that today, 3/13, just happens to be, other than the first day of DST, the third anniversary of the rise of this. Oh, hey! We got your number. We got your number. And there is only one number that fits with this Antichrist right here. And it's this number. He was made Pope or whatever you want to call it on 3/13 of 2013 and add them numbers up. What do you get? 13. And when you look into the scriptures to find this man, where do you find him? In the book of Revelation, chapter what? Bingo! B13. And don't you worry, he'll be it. This man stands for only one thing, and it's the thing that that number stands for. You got it. Get out, get him out of here. He is a curse, and that what you're looking at on the screen there, daylight saving time, that's a curse. Things are gonna start to really break loose, people. The closer we get to this supposed election, the worse it will get. Look at that nut, that dude that tried to attack Trump the other day. You think that's gonna end? No way. And we ain't seen nothing yet, people. And just think, because of daylight saving time, well, we have a whole extra hour of light to see it. And now for the crux of this here biscuit. Now you might be getting tired of hearing me say this, but listen to me, 'cause I'm telling you straight up. Every time, and I mean every time, for at least the past year, when I start working on a video, what happens? That's right, smack up! Elohim strikes again. I was about a day away from putting up an entirely different video. Not a prophecy alert. It's going to be like specifically about the wandering stars and their paths up to the time of the Revelation 12 sign of the woman clothed with the sun, with the moon at her feet, a crown of 12 stars on her head in labor. Yeah, check it out. It's Revelation 12 verses 1 and 2. But Elohim put the hold on that. And let me tell you why. Yesterday, the 12th of March, of course, I spent the evening with my sister, my biological sister, and her two fantastic sons. Now, the day before that, the 11th, and 11, of course, is the number that represents chaos. And it was the 5th anniversary of Fukushima. On that day, my sister's eldest son, a great man of Elohim, told me about a commercial that he saw. Not he saw. Sorry, I couldn't resist. And that is the real crux of this biscuit. So let's get on with it. Now let me ask you a question. Think unto yourself this thought. The thought of the first person who ever wanted to sell something. I wonder if Ron Popeil comes from Ham, Shem, or Japheth. Okay, so you got something you want to sell. What do? I mean, think about it. Think about the people that put up the yard sales. They put them up on Saturday. But what do you see all over the telephone poles on the Monday before? A sign. That's what it's all about, people. Signs. This whole world is nothing but a big sign. You ever been to Times Square? What are you surrounded by, encompassed by, physically, emotionally, spiritually, literally saturated by? Signs. And especially in the world of today, it is the popular culture that is behind the signs of the times. Now, if you watch my videos, you know that I wholeheartedly believe that the Walt Disney Company provides us with plenty of the signs of the times. I mean, come on now. The top grossing live action film in the history of the world. That's right. Owned by Disney. The most lucrative comic book publisher on the face of the earth. Haha, you got it. Owned by Disney. The top grossing animated film in all the history of the world. Owned by Disney. And the longest running show in the history of Broadway, right around the corner from Times Square. Owned lock, stock, and barrel by Disney. Now, I had a comment on one of my videos once saying that Disney's not so relevant. What are you talking about Mickey Mouse for up in the sky and all that? They were saying something like, there's probably people out there that have never heard of Mickey Mouse. Well, I seriously doubt that. But let's just say that there are folks out there that wouldn't know what this sign means. But I'll bet them this. I'll bet there's no one out there that doesn't know what this sign means. Come on now, be completely honest. Can you think of anything that is culturally more recognizable than that sign right there? I will wager that there are multitudes of people in this world right now who have no clue who John Wayne was. And there are probably huge numbers now who may not even know who Elvis was. But I'm not going to bet them that they don't know what Coca-Cola is. All right, Laban, where are you getting at? Well, to get there, we got to go here, to that which is the lamp unto our feet, the living word of Elohim. Read this with me, my friends. Revelation 6:1-8. Now I saw when the Lamb opened one of the seals, and I heard one of the four living creatures saying with a voice like thunder, Come and see. And I looked, and behold a white horse. He who sat on it had a bow, and a crown was given to him, and he went out conquering and to conquer. When he opened the second seal, I heard the second living creature saying, Come and see. Another horse, fiery red, went out, and it was granted to the one who sat on it to take peace from the earth, and that people should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword. Then he opened the third seal. I heard the third living creature say, Come and see. So I looked, and behold, a black horse, and he who sat on it had a pair of scales in his hand, and I heard a voice in the midst of the four living creatures saying, A quart of wheat for a denarius, and 3 quarts of barley for a denarius, and do not harm the oil and the wine. Then he opened the fourth seal. I heard the voice of the fourth living creature saying, Come and see. So I looked, and behold a pale horse, and the name of him who sat on it was Death, and Hades followed with him, and power was given to them over a fourth of the earth to kill with sword, with hunger, with death, and by the beasts of the earth. That's Revelation 6:1-8. The 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. Can you get more relevant than that? Huh? Hey, Laban, what are you saying? But Disney gonna make a movie with Mickey and Donald and Goofy and Pluto, and they're gonna be the 4 horsemen going to get a soda? Well, you can joke. You can joke all you want. But while you do, reread that passage of scripture that I just showed you while you look at this. What you're seeing is a still shot from the commercial my nephew just saw on March 11th. There are 4 bottles there. It's a little hard to see the white one, but it's there. Now look at not only the colors, but the order that they are in. The first one, white. The second one, red. The third, black. And the fourth, green. And that's not a nice, vivid green, is it? No, it's a pale, sickly type of green. CHLOROS. Now, I did not know that this commercial even existed until approximately 11:30 p.m. on March the 12th. Just 1/2 hour shy of my least favorite day of the year. When I arrived home at close to midnight, I went online to try to find that commercial. But you know what? Let me tell you what. It's not there. It is not on YouTube. It's not on the official Coca-Cola website. And there is even a page, and I will leave a link, that posts all 25 new ads for Coca-Cola. The 25 newest ads for Coca-Cola. They're right here on this page. I went through every video and I checked out all the print ads, and not one had the 4 bottles. All there is this one. 3 bottles. See, now you can see the white one, right? But why the green? What is with that green bottle? And where is it? Has anyone else seen this commercial that my nephew saw and recorded and showed me? And believe you me, that picture there is not doctored up or photoshopped. My other nephew, the younger of the two, he recorded a repeat broadcast of the old Nickelodeon show All That at 11:30 p.m. on March 11th, and that was one of the commercials. Now, I don't know how it can be verified, but I'm sure there's a way. The network was Teen Nick, and it was Comcast Channel 133. I don't know if it's the same channel for all Comcasts everywhere, but that's the one that he had. Beside that, my nephews are honest. And even further, I seen it right there on the television with my own eyes. Now, when I exhausted all avenues in trying to find this commercial online, I called my nephew to tell him, please do not erase that from your DVR. And if it hadn't been for his younger brother, he would have. I guess he figured, he showed it to me, so I keep it. And also, what can't you find on the internet? Especially if it's a commercial. So my nephew and I, we're mulling this over. What are the odds of Coke putting up the exact 4 colors of the 4 horsemen from Revelation 6 and in the exact order that they ride? You would think that they would put the colors according to which Coke came out first. In a case like that, you'd have the red one first, then white for Diet Coke, then black for Coke Zero. But what is this green? And no, it's not representative of Sprite. No. Now, before I show you what it is, what does the green horse in Revelation 6 represent? It represents death. So then, does it not make perfect and complete logical sense that Coca-Cola would name its newest product, represented by a sickly pale green color, Life? Yes, you're seeing it. It's called Coca-Cola Life. Is this insane or what? Has anyone ever heard of this stuff? I have never heard of this. Revelation calls it death. Coke calls it life. Now is that par for the course for this world of work? And guess where the product was not only launched for the first time, but created? Argentina, the birthplace of... Oh, hey! And the year it was introduced? Man, oh man. And now here is the one I want you to sit down for. Let me reiterate again, my friends, that outside of this video, the one you're watching right now, I don't think this ad is to be found. I showed you the page with the 25 new Coca-Cola ads, and not one with the 4 bottles. I thank Elohim, and you should too, that my youngest nephew, for whatever reason, I'm sure Elohim's reason, told his older brother not to erase that program. Okay, are you sitting? You sitting down? Okay. Now, as my nephew and I were talking on the phone, and rolling this all over in our heads, he gasped. And why did he gasp? Well, it was due to an article that he found that I will certainly leave a link for. Did you ever hear the name Harrison Jones? Does that name ring a bell? Well, in the 1930s, Mr. Harrison Jones was the vice president of sales for the Coca-Cola Company. Ooh. And the article talks about how he believed that even though they had had some bad patches due to the Great Depression and even Prohibition, Coca-Cola would always come through. Allow me now, my friends, to share with you the closing paragraph of the article. As 7-Up raced to the top of the Lemon Soda League in 1936, Coca-Cola was marking its 50th anniversary with a party for its employees. By then, Jones's fears about beer had subsided, and the flamboyant and towering Coca-Cola sales chief was convinced that Coke was here to stay. There may be war, he told the assembled Coca-Cola men and women in a tub-thumping speech. We can stand that. There may be revolutions. We will survive. Taxes may bear down to the breaking point. We can take it. The 4 horsemen of the apocalypse may charge over the earth and back again. And Coca-Cola will remain. Do you see that? Do you see what was written in this article? What this man said in 1936? The 4 horsemen of the apocalypse may charge over the earth and back again, and Coca-Cola will remain. And God himself couldn't sink the Titanic. And just take a wild guess what year you might think that article was written. Oh, my dear friends, oh, my dear brothers and sisters, our Elohim is talking to this world, and he is talking through arguably the most recognizable cultural symbol that has ever existed. Who on the face of this earth does not know what a Coca-Cola is? Go back and look at that picture that I have in the video of Times Square. You know what I did? Let me tell you what I did. I picked that picture randomly, and then I looked closer at it. And on the main thing in the middle of the square, on the screen, is Coke. Can you think of a more recognizable sign? Well, I guess when it really comes down to it, when the rubber meets the road, we have to go a little deeper, but we can find another symbol, another sign. To everyone who dwells on the earth, this symbol, this sign, is either the greatest blessing or the greatest curse. It's this sign right here. And you know what, people? Let me tell you what. That right there, what you're looking at on the screen, that is the real thing.